Alright. Well. Welcome back to the 9th part of What If Civilization Reset. Sorry about that CapCut notification. I believe last episode we left off with a lot of colonization happening. So, yes. In this episode we're gonna, once again, try to do a little bit of everything. And also I need to give this country a capital. Anyway. Yeah. The red country is significantly, large, having 2 overseas territories. I wouldn't count that as 3 because that's in the same place, so, yeah. We are actually going to start there today, which is going to be the Magenta Brothers and the red team, destroying or trying to kick out the purple team. They will not have conflict on mainland, no. But just right here. Not full-out wars ever declared. So first off, we will have the red team advancing in the southern part, right here. And also up here. Then the Magenta Brothers will expand themselves too, and get right there. And then the red team will take the rest, owning pretty much all of Madagascar. Whoa. Sorry about that. We will have a bit of the red team engaging in conflict in mainland purple team. And since, the blue team and the red team are really good friends, the blue team will begin helping, and they will actually start to take a lot in what I call the claw of the purple team. And they will make a claw themselves. Actually, a much sharper claw. I don't like the way that looks. Hold on. Is that better? A little. And the red team will continue to expand their Indian colony by capturing one of the purple team's major city, which was one of the old capitals of one of the countries. So yeah. And they will pretty much take all of India. So yeah. That's what I would consider pretty much India. And they surrender. And the blue team will take... Oh, that is a very strange color. And the blue team will be taking a little bit more, making kind of like a crescent moon shape. I will have the purple team gain that, though. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the purple team is now very small. Not so great for them. So yeah. We will actually have this Taiwan country discover the Philippines and take, start gating. I believe last episode I said we were gonna get into Oceania, so I guess, so, yeah. I'll probably name this episode Discovery 2. It's pretty much what it is. Yeah. Alright, there we go. And they basically own the entirety of that. this little Thailand country, I guess, will conquer mainland. I think that's mainland Malaysia. I'm not exactly sure, but we will actually have some border reconstruction treaty, which is what I'm gonna call it, a border reconstruction treaty. I don't know if that's a real thing, but if it isn't, then I'm making it up now. It's where countries will come together to make a treaty and reconstruct their borders if they don't think they're fair enough, and they'll, do that. First off, we have this little country taking the capital area of this new country. We also have the red team being a part of this somewhat, being able to take a small part. Same thing with this little country right here. They will also take the northern part. And the blue team will gain a little bit out of this and get that. And their new capital will be down there. So there we go. These guys got a little smaller. They got a little bigger. They got a little bigger. And they got a little bigger. So yeah. But these guys are actually probably a lot happier with this because they're more native to that area. So yeah. We have the Japanese country expanding a little more into Asia, a lot more into China, per se. This little northern Korean country will begin to do the same. And these guys are like, what if we unite our peninsula? So they go to war with the Japan country helping these guys. So we basically have like a South Korea, North Korea thing happening. And they will move in and take a lot, and these guys will be like, okay, sure. And so they're able to take this. They will also be changing their capital to right there. Why? Because they'll actually be taking their old capital and actually be taking a lot from this war. Pretty much kick them out of the peninsula, and these guys will get very large. I guess very large. I don't really know. Next, we have more expansion happening over here in America. With the Japanese people expanding their little California colony. Also discovering this little island, I think, which is both owned by Canada and the U.S. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, I guess. You don't have to, but if you want to, you could. No. We will have this little French country. Oh, that looks very weird. Expanding. They will also expand into this small little area, and they'll be like, you know what, we will stop expanding our colony and focus on giving our colony the best possible. So yeah. We have the British dudes expanding their colony, which is in Quebec. It will actually begin expanding it a lot. and get all the way to down here. Just trying to fill it in. I know when I make a large expansion happen, it takes a while for me to fill it in. And I'm sorry if that's a little annoying. You know, it's not like Addis Pro. I'm not on a computer. I'm using Clip. It's very simple. Anyways, we have the continued discovery of these Canadian islands or whatever. And the final Canadian island is discovered. So, yeah. They will also, or one of the final Canadian islands, because I see there's another one right there. I didn't notice that. These guys start to realize it's very cold here, and even though they live in a warm climate, they're not very used to it. But they get through it. They get through it. There we go. They will discover this small little island. These Spanish dudes really like Canada because of the amount of resources that are there. Eventually, hold on. They will gain the other part of this little island. And Norway doesn't really like this. Norwegian country really doesn't like Greenland, so they'll give up some land. I don't know where to start next. Oh yeah, this little Italian country. A war breaks out, and they not a war. They haven't been doing too good recently, so they kind of just stop existing. So that leaves a lot of room for a bunch of free land. And the French guys are very quick to this. Even cut off the Norwegians from such land. And the Norwegians will capture a small area here. These guys, kind of just elongate themselves, and they can actually expand their capital. They also expand a lot more into, like, I guess, Western Russia and, like, Belarus and Eastern Poland. I guess that's what this would be. Yeah, and then the Baltics and stuff. Yeah, they got very large. The green country right here will seize this opportunity and take the rest of the Balkans. The light red and the red country will also seize this opportunity, with the light red taking those two islands and the red country taking Sicily and the southern part of Italy. We will have 2 countries forming. Let's see. Has this color been used yet? No, I think it's this country. No. Okay. I'm gonna make two new countries. Well, actually, 1. Yeah. It's gonna be this little country in which decided to form. They do not have an established capital yet. They do not have that. So yeah. The Spanish will continue to expand their little colony in Mexico. Hold on, I'm gonna check the recording. 16 minutes, wow. Yeah, still tell me if you like the long form episodes or the shorter episodes. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we will actually have the discovery of the Caribbean islands. With these guys getting the Eastern Caribbean, and the Spanish getting pretty much all of the Western, like Cuba and stuff. We will actually just have a few more things happening, and I think I'll end off the episode. Which one of the last things happening is... Hold on, I gotta do something, because I completely forgot to do this. Okay, there we go. We will actually have the red team discovering one of the largest Indonesian islands. Yeah, the red team guys are kind of expansionists, but since they're very successful, not many people want to rebel or very much get away from them or separate themselves from them. And they will continue to expand a lot into Oceania. Three countries will discover the rest of this Indonesian island, which being that country, these guys, and the Taiwan guys from this island. The Taiwan guys will actually take the rest. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. So these two. We will actually starting to see a lot of collapse of some of the countries that had like a bunch of big wars, as they did not do a bunch of very successful. The Balkan country, which pretty much owns all of the Balkans, which used to be over here, is doing really good right now. Yeah. So we have the collapse of this guy. So we have the green country moving in. We have the rival of the country moonwalking. Michael Jackson. Hey. Anyways, getting a little longer.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
No, I love you.
Getting ready, thanks, sir.
Yeah, I know. Anyways. We will have the continued expansion of this little guy, and then red team. Moving in and pretty much taking the rest along with the blue team. The red team and the blue team are actually pretty formidable foes. Oh yeah, this other slide right here, I'll just go and tell y'all, this is my thumbnail slide. This is the slide where I create my thumbnails. As you see, this was the thumbnail of last episode. And this is the end of last episode, and this is towards the end of this episode. So, quite a bit happened, I guess. Anyways. And then we'll have the blue team expanding all the way up there. Yeah. All the way up here. And once again, becoming more chilly. Becoming a long boy. Anyways. Yeah. It's not it though. We have a few more things to go over. So yeah. The next thing, I believe, will be the Spanish Central American War. We will actually have the Spanish country, having a small purchase. The purchase of these lands. Of course, we've got a bit of Mexico action going on. I just realized I just kind of pretty much made the Mexican border just a little smoother. Anyways, yes. The conflict actually starts here in the Caribbean islands, with the Central Americans attacking a voyage from the Spanish guys from down here to here, which is intercepted and starts a war, and a landing happens right here. Another landing also happens over here. While that happens, the Spanish start to, I guess I'll call them the Spanish, basically. That's basically what they are. March their territory into the Yucatan and cut off the Yucatan part, which is their capital area, from the rest of them. And they will continue into South America. In Central America. And then they will stop, as they will pretty much leave them there. And they close in on their capital and seize the capital. So the Spanish dudes pretty much own the Mexican Empire parts. Though these guys will still own the Caribbean islands, and from the treaty, they will gain the Caribbean. See, that's nice. And then these guys will expand. The South America. Looking a little bit like that. So yeah. I will give them their new capital, which will be right there. And I will give the new country their capital, which will be about in the middle. So, I think I'll have one more event. Yes. Which is this little brown country attacking these little Morocco guys and the other dudes, which are down here. They will seize a little bit, but a bunch of forces stop them. And then the gray country will actually take a huge chunk out of them. And the thing about attacking two countries at once is that you have to try to split your military evenly. And most of the time that doesn't go so well, because fighting on two fronts is really hard for some countries, particularly this one. And yeah, they lose pretty bad. And so this would be the treaty. Let's check the recording time. 25 minutes. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it. This is, I think, the longest episode. So, yeah. We had quite a bit happen. So, here is the end of this episode and the end of last episode. So, we got some pretty decent large changes happening. So, yeah. Alright. That's gonna be all for this video. I'll see you guys in part 10.